Hey everybody, it's Matt with House of Vacuums, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to unbox the SEBO K2 Turbo. So let's get to it. Alright, so here we are in the box. Now the K2 Turbo is a relatively new model for SEBO here in the US. So we are going to go ahead and open this guy up. Now this will come with a more in-depth review, but this has kind of become our go-to vacuum for people who want a good cleaning canister but can't afford, say, the SEBO E2 or the like, but want something a little bit nicer than, say, the Miele Classic C1 Turbo. So this is a really nice in-between machine. It's good looking to boot. So let's go ahead and open him up and we'll go over some of the features. Alright, so getting into him. We've got this typical SEBO packaging. We've got dust brush right here with the clip, and it is all put into a plastic bag. Really cool how they pop that in there to keep the plastic bag in place. Just those small details that SEBO thinks of. So we got our dust brush. And then we've got our wand. The wand also has protection. This is the metal end, so no protection there. It's pretty sturdy. I've never seen one of these bend in transit. Over here, we do have a nice piece of styrofoam to keep the plastic end of the machine protected, which is really nice. So there's our wand. If we pull this out, we can get to our hose. Alright, so non-electric hose, because this is the turbo model. This one has a non-tapered hose, but it does have a comfort grip handle, which is more than you get on the classic C1s with the Miele. Now, one of the nice things about these hoses that you don't really hear people talk about too much, but I really like, is, and this is hard to get my nail in there with gloves on, so I'm just going to use a screwdriver, but this guy just pops off just like that. So if you ever need to use it without the handle, if you ever get a clog and you need a straight shot into it with a broom handle or a coat hanger, this guy just pops right out, no tools. Obviously I'm using a tool right now, but really it'll just pop out with your fingernail if you don't have gloves on. And this guy just clips right back over there and he's not going anywhere. Really cool design. Now as we get in further, we've got our turbo brush. Now, this is the new vessel work. I forget the vessel number for it, but it's essentially the same turbo nozzle as Miele is using right now, which is their STB 305, which is a much better unit than the old vessel units. It just works a lot better on tough carpet. There are a couple reasons why I like this one better than Miele's, however. The first is that it has an easier adjustment right here. Instead of the dial, you have this little flap. I like that better. It does not have the clear window for the brush roll, which I do like better for a premium machine. On a premium machine, what you want is you don't want to be looking at all the gunk that you've picked up over time just clouding up an old window. This is just such a classier option, and I really appreciate that. The final thing that they did different, at least in my estimation, is I believe that these brush strips are a little bit softer, which actually is a good thing. The Miele's are a little stiffer than this, and they tend to hold and hang on to dirt a little bit better. You know, in my experience. This one, I believe, is, if you compare them side by side, it feels softer, and I just think that you get, you know, a less aggressive groom, but it cleans just as good, in my opinion, on what it's designed to work on, and it doesn't bind up hair and carpet fiber as easily. So, all in all, better revision on this than the Miele iteration. Then we've got extra bag, comes with every K2 canister. We've got an owner's manual. Got a bare floor brush here. So this is your bare floor brush. This is the standard non-twister unit. Again, if we look underneath it, made by, if it'll focus there, made by Vessel. Nice quality unit, has the rubberized casters on the end. For a basic included brush, this is really nice quality. Being a name brand brush with the rubberized casters and the nice plush horsehair bristles, this is, you know, as good as you could ask for something that's included. For me personally, I would upgrade this to their twister style head, which we'll get into in a different video. But, you know, if you don't want to spend extra money on that, you don't have to, because this works great. I just prefer the form factor of the other one, but this works really well. And then we've got our machine. Let's get rid of this. Look at that. She's pretty. Okay. So, now this color is, we got like a little bit of stuff on it. Let's just wipe it real quick. There we go. Get some of that styrofoam off it. Now, this color is called Black Cherry. This used to be called their Lava model. This is an old colorway that they brought back, and I think it's super cool. They call it Black Cherry now. It used to be called Lava, but it comes with this dark red, kind of smoky red color on top, and then it comes with the orange bumper around, which is just, I think it's a really cool, really eye-catching. When people walk in and see this with the orange lettering, etc., catches their eye for sure. The reason why we've been selling so many of these is because people do like the colorway. Now, I do live in an area that has a lot of Virginia Tech fans, so the colors kind of lend itself to its popularity. So, and then here in the back, we have our crevice tool, which is, of course, bagged for its protection when it's being transported, but that just slides right in here. Oh, before I do that though, we've got our upholstery tool, which works in conjunction with the crevice tool, part of what you give up when you go with a compact machine. So the way that you put this guy together is we grab our hose right here, and this actually just pushes in. You'll hear it lock, and now it's good. If you want to remove it, you just squeeze that, pulls out. Super easy. Then when we come over here, we've got our handle. We're going to go ahead and pop on our wand. Hear it click, and it's in place. And now it will telescope. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, you're going to get it against a hard surface, and you're just going to push. Sometimes I like to start it on this little lip. There we go. So I used that little lip right there, and then this will slide around. I like to push this right up here, like so. And then what this will do is this will actually clip over the top of this. If you look, I gotta flip this around. There we go. And now this guy will just clip on right over the top of that. And again, you're gonna feel like it's gonna be too hard on it. There we go. You don't want it sliding around when it's on the machine. So now this is fully locked in place. You've got your grooves holding it right there. And voila, there you go. So it takes a little bit of effort, but If you buy this from a dealer, have them do it for you if you're not sure that you want to do that. They'd be happy to do that for you. So go ahead and click that right in there. And now that's pretty much the machine and putting it together. Super simple. It comes with a bag in it, as you can see right here. So that's all set and ready to go. I do test all my machines as they come in, you know, before I put them on the floor. So we'll go ahead and run them real quick. The only other thing that I wanted to mention, so one thing that I like to do is when I'm using this machine, or really any SEBO canister, I like to take the bare floor brush. This is your docking spot right here in the back, but it's perfect to hold your bare floor brush. So while you're vacuuming your rugs with your turbo nozzle, you can just leave this sitting right here and have this, you know, at the ready when you want to do bare floors. And then you can do the same and swap it out when it's time to use your bare floor brush. You just put the turbo on here, and the turbo, if you put them on this way, he can drag. So what you can do is you can flip them over this other way. It's not quite as secure of a fit, but it'll work in a pinch. So anyways, just a nice little trick as well. So we're gonna go ahead and test him out. So we got the speed control. Turning nice and good. And then to let the core down on this guy, you just do that trick with your wrist. So let's go ahead and clip this guy in. Oops, didn't mean to hit the camera, sorry. So let's talk a little bit about who this vacuum's for. This vacuum is for individuals who have a combination of bare floor and some area rugs and maybe some real low pile carpeting. So from medium pile on down to area rugs that don't have any kind of padding to bare floors, this is perfect because the air-driven brush roll and the turbo nozzle is going to give you more than enough cleaning on anything from really medium pile on down. And it'll also do your bare floors with that bare floor brush without you having to, you know, lay out the expense of getting a machine that has an electric nozzle for the carpet. That being said, it's not the perfect solution for everyone. For instance, if somebody has a lot of pet hair in a medium pile carpeting, I would probably go with an electric nozzle. You're going to really appreciate that extra grooming capability when it comes time to clean up that pet hair. You know, for somebody who has non-shedding pets or no pets, this is a really good option for, like I said, like a medium low pile all the way down to commercial carpeting, area rugs that are not shag, and bare floor. So that's kind of where it fits into the model line. It gives you the ability to do some of those carpeted or rugged areas without the extra expense of an electric nozzle. So we'll compare this to other K-series in the future, but in the meantime, I appreciate you watching, and of course, I will see you in the next video. Bye.